Hey, my friend, this is Nestor Nidome, the Make Money from Home Dad, and today's subject is causes of poverty. To start off, I want to basically uh, give you a definition of what I mean about poverty. And what I do not mean is the type of poverty that keep somebody homeless or somebody struggling, not having a shirt on even. I'm more talking about the type of mindset that you know has somebody living paycheck to paycheck, having more bills than money at the end of the month, that type of poverty, because it is a mindset that keeps somebody from being able to break through. And I remember back when my wife and I just barely got married. We were very young. I was 24, she was 21, and the type of mindset that we had was a very poor type of mindset, because like, to us, both of us, we were like, hey, you know what, money's just money. Oh, sorry, that's my daughter right here. Money's meant to be spent. Don't worry about money. And what that was going on, it was causing us to struggle to live paycheck to paycheck. At the beginning, it was fine, because when we barely got married, all of a sudden we had two checks coming in, and being young and actually living from at my parents' house, we were still living. We actually lived at my parents. We had so much extra money, so we started traveling and going. Our credit was great, so we started getting credit cards and spending. And even though some people might see that and be like, "Oh, that's not a poverty kind of mindset," at the end it is, because what ended up happening is that we went into bankruptcy. We almost lost our marriage to this. All these things happen that basically all of a sudden we were up high traveling all over the place to just boom, just rock bottom all the way down. Fighting all the time, not being able to pay the bills, just being stressed out about that. So I hope that kind of gives you an image of what I mean when I'm talking about poverty, and also an image of like that being poor, or is more of a mindset than it is like the type of situation that you're in, because the way we were thinking very poor, and that's why it caused us to go through the situation that we were in. And that's why it's more like, I want you kind of to think about the ways that you're thinking, the negative thoughts, and are keeping you down. And the way you kind of see if you have a poverty kind of mindset or not is just look at your situation, look at your bank account. Are you struggling with bills? And then just kind of, I want you to know that is more of the result. Okay, it's the result. And most of the time, including myself, we would start to focus more on those results, focus more on, like, oh man, why can I make money, why can I save money, why can I buy the things that I want, why can I do this or what, and we're focusing on the problem instead of the solution. Okay, and it's kind of like planting a tomato seed or something, and getting your tomatoes, but they're all, they don't look ripe, they don't taste good, and then you wanting to change the tomato, right? You wanting to change the tomatoes, like, and focusing and seeing like, oh man, how can I do, putting some salt in there, trying to change the tomato, instead of focusing on what caused the tomato to be like that, right? Which is the earth, the seed, the watering, the fertilizer maybe you did or you did not use. The same concept is when it comes to poverty. So if you're in a situation where you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're struggling, and you have to understand that that's not the actual problem. It's just a symptom of what's really going on underneath of your mindset, because you yourself are causing that situation. That's the first thing you have to realize, is that you're causing that situation. You're causing those symptoms, and now so you have to start kind of shifting your focus and thinking, is like, why am I struggling? Why am I living paycheck to paycheck, right? And so you have to start kind of digging into it, and that's what I actually did when we went to bankruptcy. After we went to bankruptcy, I hated how we felt. I hated what we were in. So I started learning more about finances, controlling. I started learning more about what caused somebody to go into bankruptcy, what caused somebody to not be able to pay the bills, what caused to be able to go into debt, right? And so, that's something that you gotta, focus more on, right? And another thing is also basically sometimes, like in my field in direct sales, or as other people who are in small businesses, that's a real great way to start, building an extra income on the side, making some money from home or something. But then you always start you always start listening to people saying, yeah, but having a business is too much trouble, or I don't have the money for that, or I don't have the time for that. And see, those are the type of mindset that keeps you or anybody in that type of situation, right? Because then all of a sudden the same people that were saying that, you find them, like for instance Black Friday that just passed, you see them spending all this money because they think it's a great deal, right? When they didn't have 25 bucks, right? They didn't have 25 bucks to start a business, or they didn't have 100 bucks, or they didn't have 1,000 bucks, but yet they did have that money to be able to go out there and spend something that will not benefit their future on, right? Or all of a sudden they have time to be able to watch like their favorite TV show for hours on end on a daily basis, right? And usually people start making excuses like, yeah, but I need to relax, and yeah, but I really need that camera, I really need that video console, I really need this, and then they start to complain why their bank account is still low, why their savings account is still low, why they're still struggling, why they're almost into bankruptcy like we were, right? But so my friend, that's what you have to start doing, is looking at the cause, of your problems. No matter if it's health, if if you like a person who's obese, that's the manifestation of that person maybe not exercising, or maybe not eating too much or something, right? So that's just the manifestation of that. That's just the symptom of the actual trouble. That's why drink, just putting in a pill, or exercising maybe like 1 or 2 times a day is not gonna fix it. You have to go to the root of the problem in order for you to fix that. So if you do find yourself with a poor mentality, with then a solution will be to start focusing on the solution of how to be able to get out of that type of mindset. Okay, so that's kind of what you gotta do. Is just get away from that, from thinking about the problem. The problem's already there. You not having money, you struggling or something. You got yourself in that situation. You're already there. So why focus more on the situation? Why not start focusing on how to get out of that situation, and what got you in there, so you won't get yourself there ever again. For instance, for myself, I don't see myself ever getting close to going into bankruptcy ever again in my life, because I know exactly why we did that, why we went in there, and I worked on it to find a solution, and I found it, and now I find myself thinking in a more rich kind of thought. With that, my friend, thank you for joining me on this video, and I'll see you on the next one. And please comment and share this video if you would like. Thank you. Bye.